Welcome once again to Lehto's Law. Here's Steve Lehto.
I've mentioned before that I saw 13 shows this year. Went and saw bands play, concerts, performances, that kind of thing, at various venues around southeastern Michigan and a couple in England. Okay? So here's the thing. Nowadays, when you go to a show, you don't get tickets like you did in the old days necessarily. And they give you an electronic ticket which goes on your phone. And to get into the show, you pull it up on your phone and you show the phone to somebody at the door and they scan your phone and you get in. And I have always been nervous about that. And this past year had an occasion where, while standing in line, trying to pull up the tickets on the phone, it wouldn't pull them up. And I noticed other people in the line commenting that they couldn't get their tickets to pull up. And got the front of the line when they were letting people in. I said, I can't get my tickets to pull up. And the woman goes, oh yeah, the system is down. The system is down. And I go, okay. And she goes, let me see your identification. And so I handed her my ID and she went back and double checked something. Said, yep, and got in. Luckily, this is several hours before showtime, so I got to see the show. But every single time I show up someplace and I'm going to pull these tickets up on my phone, I always think, what's going to happen if they're not there, or my phone dies, or the system crashes, or something. Because in the old days of the paper tickets, you had a paper ticket. No, there's my ticket. And I have to imagine that someone at the gate at a big venue has to encounter at least once a night somebody going, I can't get my tickets to come up on my phone. I can't, okay? So here's a story that Steve sent me from WHIO out of Ohio. Family frustrated after concert tickets stolen from their Ticketmaster account. So Ticketmaster is one of the companies that does this electronic ticketing thing. In fact, I just ordered tickets to see a show this upcoming summer through Ticketmaster. And right now, I don't have tickets in hand, but I've got tickets in computer. So, breaks my heart. Family frustrated after concert tickets stolen from Ticketmaster account. Family was shocked to find that their tickets for a concert were transferred out of their Ticketmaster account. So they bought the tickets, they were there, and somebody transferred them out. So the Middleton family got the tickets to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra play on December 7th. And by the way, I've seen the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. It's a fascinating show. It really is. It's hard to describe. If you don't know what it is, look into it. It's not about the money. It's the experience I would have had with my father. That's what the woman says. So she bought the tickets for her father, who is currently being treated for stage 4 cancer. The father told his daughter that all he wanted for Christmas was to see a holiday concert live. She says, what breaks my heart the most is I don't know how many of his days are left. This could be my last Christmas with my dad, and I wanted to give him this. Unfortunately, with this new treatment plan I have to go through, it's going to be more intensive, and I'll be monitored all the time, the father said. So the woman logged on to Ticketmaster to look at the tickets on December 7th, but found that someone transferred them out of her account without her permission. They were gone. So I went to the app, went back in, and I couldn't find them. So the TV station reached out to Ticketmaster, who said, overall, our digital ticketing innovations have greatly reduced fraud compared to the days of paper tickets and duplicated PDFs. Well, duplicated PDFs, I can see being a problem where they email you something that you print out. But I'm talking about the good old days of just tickets that they print out. Okay, and I understand people can fake those too. But are you telling me that it's actually gotten better using this electronic system? Having the digital history is also how we are able to investigate the situation and restore fans' tickets in nearly every case, with most getting confirmation that their tickets were recovered within 48 hours. The top way fans can protect themselves is getting a strong and unique password that isn't used elsewhere for all accounts, especially for their personal email, which is where we often see security issues originate. Scammers are looking for new cheats across every industry, and tickets will always be a target because they are valuable. So Ticketmaster is constantly investing in new security enhancements to safeguard fans. So Ticketmaster, however, told this woman they couldn't help her. So she said the company did not offer any type of refund or help. So she reached out to her state representative. And I talked to House Representative Scott Lips, and he told me, unfortunately, I'd like to say you're unique, but you're not. This is happening everywhere in the country. They're aware of it. So that was it. So December 7th came and went. Did not get to see her show with her father, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And it's sad. And so you do wonder whether these were stolen by a complete stranger or whether they're stolen by somebody who knew her. You can speculate all day long. I don't know if they ever found anything out like that. But it's one of those things that this kind of stuff is going to happen. And I also miss the days where you had a ticket stub that you could hang on to as a souvenir. I've gone to see shows where I saved the tickets. I'm like, hey, it's kind of cool. I got to see this show. And I know there's shows I saw that I wish I'd saved the tickets for. And I can tell you, for instance, that I went and saw the Detroit Tigers play in the World Series, Game 5, 1984, where they won the World Series. And I saved the ticket stubs from that game. And of course, if you had an electronic ticket to get in, you wouldn't have much to hang on to and show people, hey, look, I got this, And I saw Van Halen twice with David Lee Roth as the lead singer in the early 1980s at Cobo Hall in Detroit, including one time where I got backstage passes. I've still got the backstage pass. Don't know about the ticket stubs, but the pass is pretty cool. But it's kind of sad. Like I said, I've gone to see 13 shows this year. And I think only one or two of them actually had what you'd call tickets. And I understand I'm one of these guys now. I'm the Luddite complaining about technology changing things. But really, they don't owe me a souvenir. They don't have to give me a souvenir that I can take home for free. They don't have to. But I like the security of knowing that I've got this thing in my hand that is a bearer instrument that I can get into the show with this thing in my hand. And again, if it's on my phone, I know you can put it in your wallet, and hopefully once it's in your wallet, it can't be stolen. I don't know if that's true or not, but once it's in the wallet on the phone, but of course, phones crash, phones run out of power, phones break, phones get lost. I know you're going to say, but Steve, tickets get lost too. Yeah, they do, but tickets don't crash. They don't crash. So I'll be talking to people about my schedule, and I'll pull out my schedule. And my schedule is sheets of paper that I've printed out. At the beginning of every year, I print out 12 pages, one per month. It's sort of like a calendar. And I write on the calendar what I'm going to do on any particular date that year. And so when I bought the tickets the other day for a show, I actually flipped forward to, I think it's July or August, filled in the dates, said, yep, concert this night, because I'm seeing two concerts in the same week at one place. And I write them in, and I've had people go, Steve, paper calendar. They've got calendars on the computer now. They've got calendars on the phone now. They've got all kinds of fancy schmancy things that you can do. And I go, yeah. And my paper doesn't crash. My paper does not crash. And I have, in my life, had a very, very exotic calendaring system that was used by many, many attorneys years and years and years ago. And I had it on a computer that crashed. And for the time period I went through before I recovered it, all I could think of was, boy, I wish I'd had that on paper. So you live your life the way you want to live your life. I'll live mine the way I want to live mine. And I'll use a paper calendar. And I wish they had the option of getting real tickets for shows. Some places do. Some places do say, if you want real tickets, we'll send them to you, but it's going to cost you. And again, that's going to be more of a service fee. And of course, every time you turn around, they're charging you something else for double secret service. So there you go. But sadly, the family is frustrated and heartbroken after concert tickets were stolen from Ticketmaster. And they don't know by whom and never got them back. WHIO reported that. Steve sent it. Thanks a lot. Questions or comments, put them below. Otherwise, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Lehto's Law. Opportunity may knock only once, but temptation leans on the doorbell.